I remember my very, very first time playing Airsoft. I remember it was like, when was it? It was like 2019, and it was like in the middle of winter, and then like I didn't have a job, and I was in between jobs, and I was like and I was at the Don Quixote, and then I saw an MP5, like the Tokyo Marui Boys, the 5,000 yen one, the little baby one, and I've always wanted an MP5 because I love the MP5. It's like favorite gun of all time. So I was like, oh my god, I had no idea they had these air guns here. Like I had no idea Japan had like air guns at all, like zero. Right, so I see it. I'm like, this is so dope. And then I bring it home, and I like LARPing around my house. It's like, maybe I should play Airsoft because I've always heard about it in like Canada, but it was just so far away. You have to drive like 4 hours to go play in the woods or something. So it was just out of sight, out of mind. So then I try it, and then I was like, okay, sabage, whatever. And I find this play Asobiba. It's back in the Yokohama store, but it's gone now. And I go there for the first time. The staff, they weren't even that nice to me. They were just like kind of not cold, but just like they were just kind of like whatever. They weren't really like welcoming like that. And then I remember my first game. The first thing I asked as soon as I get into the lobby, like the pre-game when you're in a spot, and I was like, "Oh, guys, what's the strategy? Is there a strategy?" And they're like, "No, bro, you just go." I'm like, "All right." So then I go. I have my MP5K because my boy's MP5 broke the day right before, so I went and got MP5K, and then I had iron sights, and I was in this dark area, and I was shooting at this person. I had no idea how the hop worked or anything like that. Trying to shoot at this person, none of the bullets are hitting, and then I died right away. And then I think I had a fun time. But when I left there, I remember writing on Instagram, I was like, Airsoft is not for me. Would I ever try it again? No, I think it was just something I would try once, but I think video games will fulfill that for me. And then that was it. I called the guy from where I bought the store. I was like, yo, can I return this MP5K? Like, I don't think I want to play anymore. Because I think I was dying the whole time. Didn't really get to play. I remember just sitting in the safety for like 10 minutes at a time. Because there's 10-minute breaks between each game, right? So like you're sitting in safety for 20 minutes. So I was like, this is kind of ass. So then, I was ready to quit. And it wasn't until the second time. I quit for like 2 months, and I sold the MP5K. And then I went to the Ikebukuro place, and it was a weekday night, and everyone was super casual. The game master was super cool. He's just like, hey guys, you guys know all the rules, right? Let's go. And you have to play it. And this girl, she's like really showing me like how to play, and she's like really guiding me. She's like, yeah, you gotta do this. Oh yeah, you're gonna go around here. This is where we spawn, and this is where everything is. Like, really cool. And then friendly fired her in the butt as soon as he started. But that day, the community, I don't know what it was. The player base that day was such a great time because everyone was laughing and having fun, and we were just playing games back to back. We weren't doing that 10-minute break that we were having at the Yokohama place, and we were just playing and having fun, and that brought me back into the sport. And then I started making friends. Like somebody on Twitter messaged me because I remember I went to an airsoft field because this will happen. I don't know if this happens in the States. I went to the airsoft field because I was excited to play, and nobody showed up. There was 0 people. And I was like, oh my god. So I posted on Twitter. I was sad, and then he messaged me and he's like, yo, we can play together. I'm not a creep, I promise. And then from there, that was it. And I had a friend group, and then I just went from there. So I can really see the sentiment of, and I went as a solo player, and imagining not wanting to play even though with your friends, that's got to be cutthroat for the new players, man.
Yeah, and one thing I forgot to mention in my introduction is one reason why, because right now I have quite a large group of my international foreign players, but we have some Japanese teammates. But I have a large team that I manage here in Japan. We're centralized in Osaka, but we got people in Tokyo. We got you. Yeah. We got people in Hokkaido. We got people in Hiroshima, Okayama, everywhere. Yeah. So I run this Facebook group called Japan Airsoft Group, and then underseas international. Yeah. So if anyone in Japan want to join our group, you're free to. There's no rules or anything. And same thing. I also get a lot of emails and PMs from people who are like, hey, I'm going to Japan for like 2 weeks as a trip. I saw your group and I like Airsoft. Can we join for like a game? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And because of that story, it reminded me the story of you starting Airsoft. That's why I made that group. It's because one, I mean, I know you speak Japanese perfectly, right? But so many foreigners who come here, like, they don't know much Japanese. They don't know how to get to the field, how to start, what the rules are, because rules are completely different between like Airsoft and Sabage. There's so many freaking rules.
Oh, so, yeah?
Yeah, and that's what we do. You know, we teach everyone like in general, these are the rules. Make sure you listen for these words like futatsu, and then like how many
all the
lives
keywords.
you have.
Yep.
Yeah, like densha gotai gokai tap or something like that, or three time tap. I don't know if you guys have it, but here in Osaka, a lot of fields they let you do 5 times tap, and then you have to pause 5 times tap.
Oh, we don't have any of that.
Oh, okay. So that's maybe why.
I think Brave Point is the only one that does 3 bursts. They want you want to do 1, 2, 3, stop. But here's that's it, bro. Just don't overkill. Like guys, stop overkilling. That's basically
no spamming or any of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that group, I've met so many great people in it. And yeah, your story is basically very similar to a lot of these people. And a lot of these people, they start by themselves. They go to a field by themselves, and they're like, man, like I just can't do this, but I really want to play. Or I used to play in my own country, but I don't have a community. So that's what we're doing here, is making this community as well as you are.
Yeah.
And just informing people like, hey, we don't want this video to make you sound like Sabake is like horrible, you're gonna get stomped. But it's like you need to practice like any sport or hobby. You can't everyone sucks at Call of Duty like when you first start, but you play 10 rounds, you get some tips from a friend, you watch some YouTube videos, you practice, you're good to go.
That's what I felt like there was a hole there, because I don't know how relevant it is to American airsofters, but like I started making those tactical training videos for anybody who wanted to either become better at the game, or because I wish I had like Japan specific like airsoft techniques that I can just kind of learn and know what to actually learn. Like there's no point learning a speed reload with the gas pistol, because you don't want to be dropping your mags, for example, right? There's no point trying to learn how to do that double tap thing because there's BB limits, or like there's no point trying to learn how to snipe because, you know, the engagement distance are so small, for example. I know there is this point of sniping, but like and knowing how to actually peek in airsoft, so you actually have to do this shit, you know what I mean? So like I feel like as long as you have the right teachers or the right people with you, it'll be fine. And I think the best way in the ideal world to like really get into sabage is to like, you get a kashikiri, you get a reservation, you rent out a field with a bunch of buddies, and you learn the fundamentals, and you just have a limited amount of tries to try and do things, because like you will get better. If you do the one life game modes, like it forces you to get better, but it costs a lot of money, a lot of money and time.
And ain't nobody got that much money. Ain't no one got that much yennies to spend every month, right?
And the one life game modes, man. But it's funny. What's funny is that even though we have one life game modes, there are rarely any cheaters. Like maybe 10 or 5% of the time, I'll run into a cheater